Seville with Counterpunch Boxing News. I am live. Oh man, I have had some crazy things that happened tonight. I want to talk about the recap of Caleb Plant versus David Benavidez as well. I didn't go live yesterday for that, so I'm gonna go live for a little bit. I'm gonna let people come on in to the chat. So we're going to talk about it. You know, we got one person on the chat. Welcome, the one and only. Hit that like button, please. I mean, if you like. A lot of times people just come in to see what the hell's going on and jump out. But no, man, I saw the Caleb Plant versus David Benavidez fight, and at first Caleb was sticking to the game plan until, you know, like Mike Tyson says, everybody got a plan until you get punched. So that's true, because David Benavidez started landing those shots on him. You know, and I actually think David Benavidez, he has that old fat boy strength. You know, fat guys are stronger, but then if they lose weight, I don't mean like Andy Ruiz, because Andy Ruiz kind of lost weight too fast. I think his special gift is being fat. You know what I mean? I think when he loses that weight, he might have lost it too fast and lost that. But David Benavidez had time. That dude looked like Big Pun when he was younger. I just saw the I think it was like last week. I saw the the All Access. You know, speaking of All Access for a while, let me talk about that for a minute. It ain't the way it used to be. Like, I'm looking at the Ryan Garcia, the Javante Tank Davis. I watched the Caleb Plant and David Benavidez. It wasn't like it used to be. It was weird. Like, All Access, even 24/7. 24/7 was lit. That's when it started. And I miss those days, bro. I wish HBO, like, somebody would be courageous enough to put some money back into HBO. Get rid of, what's his name? Larry Merchant. Can him. Bring back, what's his name? Lampley. Bring back Jim Lampley. Somebody that used to fight like a trainer. And somebody else. Probably Max. Because I think Max, he went to, he was with HBO and then he went to ESPN. Was good for him, because I mean, he's a very talented brother. But other than that, yeah, it's not the same when we saw like the backstory. It was, you looked forward to watching those shows to promote the fight. So by the time the fight came on, it was well promoted. They don't have that no more. You know what I mean? They don't have a 4-part series to those, But anyway, what I did learn about David Benavidez is, he was a fat dude, man. He was a big guy. But he had fast hands. So if he was fat and fast, that most likely mean that he was strong. Okay, that mostly what that meant. But David, man, he showed Caleb, like, look. But I think Caleb's game plan was off too. You don't do that Macho Camacho shit. Hector Camacho was like notorious for like holding. He did it against De La Hoya. He did it against Julio Cesar Chavez. He did it against Oscar De La Hoya. Like, he was notorious for those type of fights where he wouldn't show up. Instead of him getting knocked out, he would just try to survive. And, that's not what you're supposed to do, man. You're supposed to come in there and show what you got. Go out on your shield. Don't hide, hold, and all that stuff. Unless you're doing it for a reason, kind of like Fury. Fury does it to kind of, get his, catch a breather. And then, of course, he can lean on him since he's a big, polar bear bastard. So he can do that. But like Caleb Plant, how Caleb, he was just kind of spiraling, drawing that jab and trying to, do the Jedi mind trick and keep David Benavidez at bay. Because a lot of times boxing is perception. And how you enforce perception, you have to really come in with something that makes a person think. Like Floyd did it. He was real good at doing it because his reflexes were so quick and sharp that every time you thought that you were going to come in with an attack, you got hit with a punch that you didn't see. So it's either the jab, he leans back, that pull counter, bow, you know, or, you know, a hook, jab, that piercing jab to the body, that check left hook he has. You know, he had like 2 or 3 different weapons that he could hit you with. And it'll make you think, because now you're thinking about, okay, what is he going to hit me with, right, when I throw my shot? Because this guy's countering me, and it's affecting my game plan because I want to get off with rapid combinations, but I can't because this guy has an answer for all my stuff. That's how Caleb Plant's supposed to had that. Everything David thought he was going to do, he should have had an answer for it. Let alone get off first, because, you know, let's be real. David Benavidez, you know, can throw selective shots, and he was doing a good job doing that. And Caleb Plant, I think he would have been done if, you know, he would have been done if it had been anything else. I think he would have, if he would have just went out on it. Yeah, David would have knocked him out. But I like to see David fight, though. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to see him close a show against someone that is on the level. You know what I mean? Ash out. What's up, brother? Counterpunch. Let's see what happens if we just keep Fury on sidelines. That's where he's put himself. Stop trying to get the guy in the game who's putting in the stands. Lots of good fights can be made. Bryce Productions. Hi. Plant has a serious stamina issue. Cisco Perez. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. How's that job coming? Bryce Productions. Did you hear about the Creed 3 villain actor Jonathan Mayer arrested and charged with assaulting his girlfriend? No, I didn't. I didn't hear that. So I don't, you know, I don't know what to or how to respond to something that I didn't know about. You know. So like everyone wants to call when you get on live, you know what I mean? So but no, I think I think that Caleb, he just had the wrong game plan, you know. And one thing I noticed about Caleb Plant doesn't have the firepower to keep people off. I mean, people come in, like Canelo went in and fought, and that's eventually what David Benavidez is going to do. Now, David Benavidez, for him, where does he go from now? Skrilla 50 in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. I would love to see David Benavidez go to 175, take on Bivol. If they can't have a Bivol versus Benavidez, I want to see David Benavidez with Benavidez, which he's already talked about, or Bivol. He sparred Bivol, and they say he got the best of him. I didn't see that in the sparring. I'm sorry, I didn't see David Benavidez when he got the best of Bivol. I just didn't see it. I didn't see that at all. I saw a well-balanced attack. In fact, for what I saw, okay, I didn't see the whole thing because you're only seeing clips, but the clips that I saw was Bivol getting the best of David. You know what I mean? He was getting the best of David. You know, so I think for the most part, like David did give respect to Better Beef, because Better Beef, he did say, like, I ain't gonna just come up there and fight Better Beef. You know what I mean? Or Peterviev. Right? I'm not doing that, but I'll fight him eventually. Yeah, because he knows he's good. Like, David goes in there, and the way he fights, he'll get knocked out by Peterviev. I'm just, you know, you don't go to another weight class and fucking with the baddest guy there. Oh, Cisco Perez. Oh, man. Kenny Bayless, dude, let me tell you something. Mr. Saver Mayweather, referee. Yeah, he did a bad, dude. Look, that motherfucker last night refereed like Lawrence Cole. You know how I feel about Lawrence Cole. He's like a local ref around here. If they had a boxing match here, he would be the one that comes here. And this is Shreveport, the Shreveport-Bossier area. Lawrence Cole would be here refereeing fights. Kenny Bayless showed that type of pedigree, and I thought he was better than that. You know what I mean? That dude, you do not, you can, like Deontay said, you can't not see that. You know what I mean? Seriously. Yeah, he was terrible, Cisco. I'm with you. Skrilla 50, R2 or Better Beef. Absolute, man. Better Beef would crush Benavidez because what he would do, see, David would try to fight fire with fire, which would be dumb. Because, see, what people don't understand, Beterbiev is good at busting you up. He'll go in there and beat the shit out of you just because he's that minded person. Dude, 19-0, 19 KOs. He's coming in there to crush. He's not going to come in there fucking around. No. He's going to see what you got. He's going to use some caution. He ain't just some dumb Rocky Balboa bastard. No. He punches, and his punches are real choppy, but they're rugged. See, Beterbiev has skill, but he doesn't have finesse. There's a difference. You can be a finesseful fighter. Like Caleb Plant's finesseful. He has finesse with his shots. But, you know, that doesn't mean he's as skilled as certain fighters. He has that finesse, you know. Beterbiev is rugged, bro. He'll go in there and chop. He'll go in there and fuck you up. There's no way in Hades I call myself going in there messing with, no, absolutely not. But David wasn't cocky. He was like, nah, I ain't gonna just go up there and fight. No, I have to have a fight first. No, you do. You do have to have a fight. There's a lot of killers up there, bro. Like you have a lot of people. You got Anthony Yard. You have who else is up there, man? Is old drunk ass Kovalev still around? You got him. I would throw him at him. You know what I mean? You'd beat the shit out of Kovalev at this point. But you got Alexander Volsnik up there. You know, he's just coming back to the ring after Beterbiev retired him the first time, if you guys can remember. You know, I'll say this about the Volsnik versus Beterbiev fight. You know, you glad that shit wasn't now. That shit would be bad for the Ukraine, right? Yeah, Diego C. Palace, absolutely, brother. He was like, something was wrong with this fucking guy. Steve Willis is the best referee in my opinion. Steve Willis entertains you and referees at the same damn time, people. Steve Willis is that type of dude. He's going to enjoy a fight, but he's also going to see and referee the fight. No, really, it's hard to really do so. But he got the first, dude. He has to love his job. You know what I mean? He has to love his job. That fucking is, he's the third man in the ring and he's seen these classic fights. I remember when Steve Willis refereed Golovkin and David Lemieux. And Golovkin hit Lemieux with his left hook but he didn't hit Golovkin. Golovkin covered up. But when he hit him, when Lemieux hit, well, he hit his glove. So he hit this part and Golovkin, pow! Steve was like, oh. Sir Marcus Brown's there. Yeah, Marcus Brown is up there. I think David Benavidez would whoop him, though. I think he would whoop him. You know what? It'll be a good fight for him. Joe Smith. Why is Counterpunch Boxing Channel going crazy with Fury? The comments are salty, crying fanboys, searching for UFOs. Ed, what's up, Kurt? What's up, Ed? Apparently, Jonathan assaulted his girlfriend, but a representative said that there's proof that Jonathan is innocent. Dude, he's getting money now. That motherfucker's in a next Marvel show. He just did Creed 3. That's the motherfucker from Lovecraft Country. You know, people, look, listen. When people when people in your life that's not ready for your success, they're going to bring drama to your life. Okay, I'll say that. Now, I'm not saying he's guilty or innocent, but what I can say is I know how things work when you get some taste of success. But back to you searching UFOs. I think the reason I'm going in on Fury, I promised you guys, I'm going to go in on Fury. Listen. The counterpunching does not go one way. Anybody can get it. That's it. They can get it. I don't care about your fanboys. I don't care. See, those that flushes people out because, you know, I got a woman that texts me every fucking day. Every day she's like, well, you don't know what happened with You don't know what happened. I see you're talking noise. Listen, Fury never said he was going to retire. Frank did. So don't put words in my, I didn't say I was putting words in your mouth, but I'm like, dude, yeah, you're fucking salty and crazy. I mean, she was cool, but you start insulting those fighters, those fans, man, shit, you better watch your back. You guys will come in for an attack. Bars. Yeah, it's getting close to allergy season. They're like, you can feel it. Like in the morning, I feel this like wave, and it like hits you right here. I start watering and shit. But no, searching for UFOs. I told him like, yo, I'm going to fry Tyson Fury's ass like chicken. I promised you dudes I was going to do. I promised you. Because there's no way he shouldn't have took that fight. A fight that had no problems, no promotional hangups. Nothing could have stopped that fight except that motherfucker. He knew. He wasn't even training. That motherfucker was drinking, getting drunk and shit like he always does. Tyson Fury is like me. That's why I told you guys, look. I train like I'm going to train for a film because I got another show. But I'm not a fucking professional athlete. I'm a stunt man. So I'm not like, I don't have to do those type of things. I just got to be fit enough to do what I'm supposed to do. But that's not that type of activity all the time. This motherfucker is a professional prize fighter and the current WBC heavyweight champion in the world. So you think for a minute this guy shouldn't be fighting the other best, possibly the best heavyweight champion of the world with the rest of the belts, and you sitting there with one, and you sitting there on a yacht drinking, sniffing coke probably. He wasn't going to take that fight anyway. You know what Tyson Fury is probably doing? Tyson Fury was probably doing this. What is a fucking Ukrainian? Dad, here, half. Listen, give him 70-30. 70-30, take it or leave it. Yeah, give me a drink. Yeah, give him a drink. Give him a drink. Yeah, give me some more. The little ugly fucking twat. The poor fucking Ukrainian little ugly bastard. Little twat. He looks like a cyborg. Yeah, he looks like a cyborg. Girl says he's back on. Yeah, he's back on that powder. That motherfucker talking like he back on that powder. He been on that damn powder. He been on that powder since Joseph Parker got knocked out. And if you understand, like, he got off that shit to do a little training or whatever, stay under the radar, because understand that powder is what you call a banned substance. It's not on the performance enhancing drugs. Ask David Benavidez, he knows, but his dumb ass. See, David though, he had to be taking that shit. He either had to take a lot of it, mind you, he had to take a lot of cocaine, or he had to take it recently to his test. So maybe, just maybe, they popped him when he didn't know. So maybe he was just like, because he was the WBC. So yeah, the WBC is a clean boxing program. The clean boxing program rolled up on David and took that test.
Don't do this no more.
No, ma'am, I will not. But I thank you. If I do it again, I know who to call.
No, don't call me.
But listen, all BS aside, bagged powder or bagged eggs. No, man. These are apple turnovers, bro. Me and my dad are going to destroy these after we destroy a 10-piece Yardberg special. We don't eat 10 pieces. But now, Southern Classic, dude, if you're ever in this area, you have to get this shit. Mind you, look at this. This is Southern Classic chicken. This shit is cocaine. Okay? They put cocaine in the batter. They got all these guys around here running to this shit. You guys see how Chick-fil-A looks on any given day except Sunday? You got the fucking cars parading around the place like crackheads. This is like that, but the black version of that here. I mean, everybody shows up. It's not just a black place. It's just famous chicken that's very popular because it's very fucking good. You know what I mean? It's Sunday. What do you do? So, no. How long does coaching stay in your body for? It depends. Like all that other shit. It's not like weed. You know what I mean? Like they popped Julio Cesar Chavez for weed. I'm like, okay, well, he could have smoked like the beginning of the month, and they could have like tested him like the end of the month, and it's still in the system. So it takes 30 days, but it depends on how much or whatever you take. So if you are a Charlie Sheen like bastard banging 7-gram rocks, I just found out what that meant. But if you're banging 7-gram rocks, no, that shit will be in your system for a long time because your body, you're an habitual user. So since you're habitually using this stuff, it's going to stay in your body longer. Just like I said about David, he either had to be using a lot of it or he might have got on a binge because the shit's bad for you, you know, like a lot of peel heads and stuff like that. Or he just took it and then they caught him and they popped him. That's the only two ways. But he was using. Come on, man. He was partying. He's hanging out, with Scarface. Benavidez. Toma. It's a fucking pure Bolivian freak, man. You take it, man. Kurt, you need to counterpunch True Gordy's excellent video exposing fear. You know what, Ed? I seen that shit, and I'm going to do it tomorrow just for you, bro. Because True Gordy got in his shit. I did the one on ESPN today. And that shows you something, though. To recap the videos today as well, Timothy Bradley went in on him, bro. And listen, I'm not the only one. We know Tyson Fury's scared. We know he's concerned. We know he's overcautious on who he fights. Because that type of shit, when you start doing that, you are not confident in your fucking ability. You're not. Stop calling yourself the Gypsy King. Bro, just call yourself Luke Fury. Just call yourself Luke Fury. Just go back to your real name. Luke Fury. You're scared to fight a guy that's been training to beat your ass. I get it. Man, I got to tell you guys something. I was actually driving from Shreveport because I'm in another city. I'm in Bossier now. So Bossier, I'm coming from the bridge because, it's separated by the Red River or whatever, history lesson. But this fucking guy was coming over and then like on the wrong side. So I had to swerve. I'm doing the video. So I'm going to upload it like probably at 12 o'clock tonight or probably 1 a.m., you know what I mean, for tomorrow's lineup, How long does, let's see. Kurt watched Caleb playing hugging Benavidez last night. Blown chances. No, he like, Caleb did that because he wanted to prolong the fight. He wanted to prolong the fight, bro. Because if he didn't, David Benavidez would have opened up on him. Because see, once you are hurt, once you get tired, you have no choice but to hold. Because the minute you start throwing shots, that opens up more opportunity. It opens up more holes in your defense, right? Especially if you're tired, So a lot of times people panic because they don't know what to do. But holding can be a good thing when it's not overused. Caleb Plant was doing that shit like that's all he was doing. He was reminding me of if you guys remember the South African fighter named Francois Botha. He fought like he was a contender, for a while. He was the one that got knocked out by Mike Tyson, but he was beating Mike Tyson by giving him a 1-2 hold. He would hit him 1-2 hold, 1-2 hold. Tyson Fury does that shit. He's good at that shit too. He'll get off some shots and then hold you like he was doing Wilder. And Wilder don't have enough weapons to really, counteract that shit. He didn't know how to respond to it. What does 70-30 or 50-50 mean in boxing? It means respect or not, or it means ducking or not. You can, overshooting it. Definitely. You're going to offer that man 30%. You got mad because he took it. What a bitch, bro. I'm mad at Tyson, bro. And when I calm down, I'll probably lay off Tyson. But now I'm still frying him, and he's in deep fucking grease right now. He's in deep grease, people. Like I clown Wilder. Nobody, all the Fury fans, they all flock the fuck over here. You know what I mean? And Fury starts fucking up. They can't take the same energy. You better be able to take the same energy if it's your fighter or not. I don't give a shit who you are. Stop doing bitch stuff. I don't like talking about fighters, but I love to fry a fighter's ass that's not doing right. Because I'm not trying to put down the sport of boxing. I'm trying to expose one boxer in the sport that's not doing the things that represents the sport. I want people to understand that. That's the difference. You don't sit here and call yourself the best heavyweight ever, and you can't fight a smaller or really an average size heavyweight, because he's not a fucking middleweight, right? So, yeah, you can't do that. And you're supposed to run over him. All I need is 4 weeks. You lying bastard. When the fuck was you gonna bring Sugar Hill over? When was he gonna bring him over? So you mean to tell me you was gonna let him go all the way back to the States, then turn around a week later, right? Turn around a week later and bring him back? Fucking possible. Nobody makes trips like that. In fact, Javen Hill didn't, even if he was going to do that, Javen gave no, I repeat, he gave no signs that Tyson Fury talked to him about it. Like he said there was no official date, so I wasn't over there. When you see Javen Sugar Hill, and that's what we were talking about before, like where the hell is Javen at? We should have saw that coming now. Tyson Fury is just full of shit. That's all. You know? Be like Mike Tyson, he's a scared little man. He's just scared. He's a scared boy. I need some buffalo wings. Yeah, let's see. I need some, let's see. Timothy Bradley is trying to be the black Teddy Atlas with his rants. That's all right. He can be the black whatever the fuck he wants to be, but as long as he tells the truth. He told the truth on Tyson. And you know, normally like these, and that's what I'm really liking, bro, about, really about these fighters and these commentators and these networks. Normally you have the networks, then you got the commentators, then you got the fighters, and they don't go against whoever they're talking about, you know. Like remember when Deontay Wilder had a problem with Paulo Malignaggi, right? And he didn't like the comments that he said, and he got him fucking fired from Showtime, you know. But that didn't obviously happen to Andre Ward. That didn't obviously happen to Timothy Bradley. You know, Wilder was mad at Andre Ward. That was like my first semi-viral video ever 5 years ago, where, you know, Andre was like, hey, you know, he got off the hook with that fucking draw. You know, that pissed Wilder off, but Wilder couldn't do nothing to Andre because Andre's at ESPN. He couldn't run to Al Heyman because Al Heyman had no ties to ESPN. His things were Showtime, PBC, Fox. So, you know, he didn't have any cancel culture power over there, right? So that's what that was, right? And, you know, if you're looking at ESPN, they should be holding Tyson Fury accountable, and they are, and that's what he did. And I'm glad he did, bro. I'm glad Timothy Bradley went off on Tyson Fury, because it shouldn't be all about what network you from dictates what you can say about him. That's stupid. That don't make any sense right there. You know what I mean? Wilder lost a lot of money due to that. Fury is the man. UK draw, but 60-40, 55-45, or 80-20. Well, you know, Fury's gonna make the shit difficult because Fury would want to fight somebody else, because it makes no difference to Fury. The only difference is if he doesn't lose. You can't say that. He's doing that Mayweather bullshit. Mayweather, a lot of guys could have beat Mayweather, you know. A lot of guys could have beat Mayweather, you know, especially at that time. But Mayweather knew that. Mayweather knew, like, there's no way I'm going to get in there with Keith Thurman. There's no way I'm going to get in there with Keith Thurman. There's no way I'm going to fucking fight Erislandy Lara. You fucking crazy? You know what I mean? No, that's not going to work. He can say how good he is or whatever. No, I can tell you how good you were versus what you ain't doing now. I can say that shit because he's not fighting those dudes. Imagine Floyd fighting someone like Sean Porter in 2015. Are you serious? A guy that fights like Sean Porter? Dude, he would have hell on wheels. So 70-30 and 50-50 have to do with the much money. Yeah, that's the split. Yeah, I mean, See, here's the problem in the UK. They don't have a guarantee like they were promised in Saudi Arabia, which was dumb. Tyson Fury was offered, I think, 60 million, and he wanted twice as much. That motherfucker did that because he didn't want to fight Usyk. He just wanted people to think that he wanted to fight Usyk. But but all bullshit aside, people, Fury wiggled his way out of that fucking fight. He's a magician. He does things like he wants to. He fought Wilder the third time because he fucking wanted to. That's it. He didn't fight him because fuck that arbitration. That arbitration was set up by Bob Arum's friend. He knew that shit was going to rule. As a matter of fact, he said it in so many ways. You want to prove it to you? Well, maybe if Eddie Hearn would have won, if he would have just kept on doing what he was doing, see, if he would have did it quicker, the arbitration might have been turned in Fury's favor. Bullshit. Bullshit, bro. See, that's absolute garbage. Garbage. Bullshit. That's what the deal is, man. They already knew what that was going to be. Bob Arum 2 weeks ago already had an arena already set in place. Now, you think Bob Arum was going to do that if he didn't know that shit was going to go in a certain favor? No, he wouldn't have. He wouldn't have done that at all. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys, we're going into the store, bringing you guys with me. Why not? Oh, yeah. Gotta bring my shit. I always bring my shit in my in the convenience stores. Convenience stores, restaurants. I don't fuck around. Would you see Jake Paul versus Floyd Mayweather exhibition or KSI and Floyd and Salt Pepper? Man, it doesn't matter. All right. It doesn't really matter to me. I mean, that's still bullshit exhibition. To me, I don't really. Here we go. This is what. Wait. Yeah, buddy. Hey man, how you doing?
Good.
Good, man. I just need these. You put them in here?
You put on it now.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
That's some Back to the Future 2 shit, huh?
Nope. Because it barely be working.
Oh, okay.
He just went to grab one and scan it right over there.
Okay. You got it? There it is.
Back to the past, baby.
You got, yeah, you're right. Collard greens, you're right, man. See, you got to. Grab some Reese's Pieces, bro. Man, I love Reese's Pieces. I bought some today.
With a bag?
Oh, yeah, I love a bag, man. Oh, you too, bro. Thank you. I would love to see Mayweather and Lawler. Me too. And I did a video. I pissed a lot of people off a few years ago. Because I was like, well, why did Floyd avoid a lot of Cuban fighters? When he was at 130, you had you had Joel Casamayor. He was the golden champion, the Olympic gold champion. That just defected from Olympic champion that's defected from Cuba way back in those days. And He fought Diego Corrales though, but Corrales got beat by Casamayor. Casamayor actually lost the decision to Diego, but it was through dumb shit. Like Casamayor was an arrogant Cuban fuck. You know what I mean? And I got Cuban roots, so I mean I'm not talking about him and being like that. It's just he was just an arrogant motherfucker. He was good. He had a war with Juan Manuel Marquez back in those days. You know, so yeah, he was a very good fighter. You know, but if Usyk beats Wilder, will Fury fight Usyk? He would have to. If Usyk beat Wilder, he would have to, because that's his only claim to fame. Vladimir Klitschko was too long ago. See, now all he talks is, I fought Fury. I was a fight. I fought Wilder. He's the hardest hitter in boxing history. Like, yeah, you want people to believe that shit because you only want the credibility and the credit for beating that fighter. But before you beat him, he was a fucking one-trick pony until he belted your ass. And then, you know, the thing is, oh, he's just the heaviest, hardest hitting guy and this, that, the other. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it is what it is. Fury isn't going to fight Usyk, I would guess. No, he's not. Unless somebody makes him. Unless they just come to him like, Tyson, the fucking numbers are trash. You need to fight Usyk. I'm not fighting this son of a bitch. I'll get me another promoter, Frank. Well, you do what you gotta do. Your fucking promotion is trash. You cost me money. You know, Bob don't like to hear that. You've cost me money. You're just like Terrence Crawford, you black bastard. Wait, I didn't mean that. Oh man, Mayweather versus Ugas would be fascinating. Lara is more skilled than Ugas. It's just Ugas is Ugas is what do you call it? He has more punch output. Yeah, shit. What the hell is Bob on about? He needs to change his prescription. You know, man, you can imagine those fucking, you know, those what do you call them? Imagine those conversations, right? It's crazy. Tyson Friday would say Wilder was already finished him by well, you know, he'll say that, but he's a chicken shit though. You know, he would say that just to save face. But in deep down inside, he knows like, damn, me and this fucking Ukrainian, this middleweight, have wins on him. So what can I do? I'll tell you what he'll do though. It's like, I actually stopped him. I didn't fucking dance around him like a fucking fairy. Fuck you, Usyk, you ugly little gappy tooth faggot. Fuck. Like, yo, you all right? I hate that fucking guy. I hope Russia wins. Like, whoa, dude. Are you fucking serious right now, bro? Man, it's crazy. Let me counterpunch. TV knowledge. ESPN exposed Fury. Oh, hell yeah, they did. Prince Asim would beat Pac-Man. No, I don't think so. Well, you know what? He could catch Manny coming in, but Manny would fucking eat him up, bro. I think Manny would beat the shit out of Prince Asim, man. It's a good thing he got out when he did, because it was a lot of ass whooping coming. See, he didn't fight Eric Morales, so we don't even know what the fuck he would have done with Eric Morales. He fought Barrera that got Morales beat. See, that Morales fight didn't even materialize simply because he didn't get to that level. He never got there. So since he never got there, there you go. You know, not saying that he couldn't beat him. I'm just saying he didn't get the opportunity to, because he was already defeated. You know? So, yeah, man. You take it for what it is. You take it for what it is, guys. But no, man. Just checking in for a live spat. Thank you guys that showed up tonight. I know it's late, but I will be coming with content in about 3 hours. So if you guys are up, which more than likely you guys will be, you know, stay tuned in. And to all you guys You've been counterpunched. Peace. I can't hit the button yet, so I'm gonna go in.
Ho, 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 ho.
Ho, 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 ho. We're watching Die Hard. Yeah, we got a box. Okay, so now I can officially say peace. See Die Hard back there?